Yeah, that's King James. That's why I wanted her to read. The saints, y'all upset. I done upset some folks. That's why I wanted to read from the King James.
Okay.
Read it again, church.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's
So what now?
1 Corinthians chapter
Where
7.
unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
In what context?
We getting to that. We just starting the chapter. We getting to that. That's a good question to ask.
Oh, yeah.
In what context?
That's right.
What's your head to say on what you said to say?
On my head, you got married.
It say marriage.
Married, yeah.
All right, that's what aren't we on a dating series? Damn, we gonna have to, with that, you're gonna have to move over because it picking up all that.
Yeah.
And folks sending me messages and they can't hear this, so you're gonna have to move over. So what we talking about? What we been talking about these last 2 or 3 weeks?
Dating.
No, D, you good?
Oh.
Y'all ain't gonna make these folk in this area. Everything you say can be heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't just. If
Well,
you
I'm
speak,
keeping my shit.
if you speak, no, you need to talk. So we've been talking about today. We've been talking about marriage. We've been talking about all this stuff. We get to 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and the first thing that Paul says to the Corinthian church is, "Don't touch no woman." Paul, hold on. Hold on. Okay. So don't get stuck right there. You got to read on. All right. Next verse. D, you go ahead.
Next verse, okay.
You close your Bible. I want somebody to read that King James because they ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, it says, but since there is no such immorality, each man should have his own wife, and each woman her own husband.
All right. Do understand that we differ from the Catholic Church. This comes into play right here. Catholic Church believes that priests shouldn't be married. That you should be married to God, and that you men have a vow to God that you cannot have a wife or even have sex. All right. Now, understand this, that the gift, and here's the thing about the gift of celibacy that people don't really break down and they don't really teach people. The gift of celibacy is this. Really, if you have a gift of celibacy, you don't have a desire for anybody. All right? So you can't make a person that's naturally a male or naturally a female to say, okay, if you're gonna be in this setting, you can't have nobody. All right? So that's why there's so much other stuff going on in, no disrespect to the Catholic Church, but that's why they have issues. And there have been Catholic priests that have faked their death because they fell in love, left the Catholic Church and living a totally different life. I'm serious. There have been nuns that have left the Catholic Church because the same thing happened to them. So celibacy is a gift. Everybody does not possess it. That does not mean, and when you have a gift, I ain't talking about that you just make yourself not have desire for anybody. That's your gift. You don't have those urges. Now I don't know nobody with the gift. Now if y'all know some folk that got that gift, please detail. I think I met when I was in Florida, probably one of the oldest, not a person that had gifts of celibacy, but a person that was still a virgin. And at the time I met her, she was 40-something years old. All right. Huh? Yeah, she was virgin. I mean, that ain't something she wore on her sleeve.
Right.
It just worked out. Now she ain't no eunuch or nothing like that. But it just 40-some years old. I think she was 42. That's fair. All right. So let's get into the text. So the text says, "Don't touch a woman." All right. Then the text says, Deep just read, but what you just read?
Let a man have his own wife and let a wife have her own husband.
Yeah, let a man hold. So he said, it's good for you not to touch a woman, but if you can't hold yourself, you need to get you somebody. All right. You need to be with somebody. All right. Go ahead, read on.
For the wife's body does not belong to her alone, but also her husband is the same way. The husband's body does not belong to him alone, but also to his wife.
Okay, come on.
Do not deprive each other.
Watch this. What verse that is?
That's 5.
Come on.
Do not deprive each other except by mutual consent.
Hold on. The question that y'all had last week, where that said in the Bible? All right, here it comes. Question y'all had last week. Here it comes. 1 Corinthians. It started verse 5. All right, but you really need to read the whole chapter. It started at verse 5, but you really need you need to read it tonight when you go home. Get it in your spirit. All right, come on. Verse 5, especially y'all married folk. Come on, y'all need to memorize this verse. Come on, and the folks that got a date on the book, y'all need to know this verse. Folks that's thinking about it, you need to know this too, because you don't need to be in a relationship, a committed relationship, when you call yourself on fast, because you sin it. I'm gonna show you where you're wrong when you deprive your husband or you deprive your wife and say you on a fast. That's a sin. Verse 5, come on.
Do not deprive each other except by mutual. Yeah.
Come on. Come speak.
By mutual consent.
Talk good. Don't
mutual
do
consent,
what?
By mutual consent.
Mutual
and
consent. Hold on. Stop right there. I'm
Okay.
gonna unpack it.
Okay.
I passed 8th grade English. He says, church, you still got the King James Version? Come on with verse 5.
I got defraud. Defraud ye not one the other except by consent for a season.
For a season.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, that ye may give you yourselves unto prayer and may be. Am I reading it?
Yeah, you're right. All right, just start right there. So D, your verse, what verse you read from? You in the NIV?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh? Well, what you got?
What you say?
Defraud good.
Go. Verse 5.
It might be different.
It might be different. What you got the same way? What you got, church?
Defraud ye not one the other, except ye be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your inconsistency.
All right. So D, now read verse 5 in your
Read the whole. Okay.
Yeah, read the whole thing.
All right. Do not deprive each other except by mutual consent and for a time, so that you may devote yourself to prayer. Then come together again so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control.
He said, first of all, the first thing they're gonna kick most of y'all out. He says it got to be mutual consent.
Right? Right.
That's the first thing. I mean, that's down to 2. Oh, I'm on a fast. Okay. What that got to do with me? I mean, it's just like if like my wife, you know, she on this plan. She on this eating regimen plan. But now that's your plan. So you can't deprive me because of something you decide to do. I ain't in agreement with it. So when you cook, you got to, I know you ain't eating no bread and all, but I need, and listen, I had a taste for some chocolate chip cookies last night. I went by Dollar General and I had a taste. See, I get spell sometimes. I had a taste for some Chips Ahoy. She said, when I got home, she said, are those soft batch? I said, no, they're not. Because you own that. Don't worry about it, they're soft. I said, no, they're Chips Ahoy. They're hard. Oh, I thought you could get something. No, ma'am. You can't make me do something that I ain't agree to that. So how you gonna make me? Cause you ain't eat no bread, cause you ain't eat no sweet, you ain't no drinks in the house. The devil, I'm going to Dollar General. I need a Pepsi. I don't want to die. I don't want no calories. I need all my calories, all the sugar. I didn't subscribe to that. All right. So he says the first thing gotta happen is it's gotta be mutual. All right. Then once you get past the mutual part, he says, you don't fast from this just to be fasting. Right. He says, when you fast from this act, you need to be praying. In other words, you got a specific thing that you're praying about. So you got to do stuff in order. Then he says, now, when it's mutual consent, right, y'all fasting and you praying. He said, but don't stay away too long. Yeah. That's right. Because see, you still gonna see something you want. And if you say, oh, okay, I can't, me and my spouse on a fast, we can't do that, but they on a fast, so let me find somebody that ain't on a fast. You see what I'm saying? So that's what he said. So he says, don't do it too long because you ain't that strong. That's basically what he said. The last part says what he says, something about the devil temple.
Yeah, he said, then he said after the prayer, he said, then come together again so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of control.
Do you understand when he said come together again? Right. Okay. All right. Now, y'all all right? Y'all didn't know that was in the Bible? Y'all didn't know it was in there, did you? So, I don't care how many fasts you go on. If it ain't in mutual agreement with your spouse, then you don't need to do that. Now, there are some things, now don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. You can still fast and, how can I say this? You can still fast and your spouse not know that you fast. Y'all got it? Okay, y'all. Yeah. Y'all got it? So you could be on a fast and you could be believing God for something, but that don't mean you hold back from your spouse. You do what you got to do. So y'all try to be
But don't a fast, you don't necessarily be fasting for, I guess some people, get it wrong. You don't necessarily be fasting from everything. You fast from, I think we when we think we on a fast, I think we think we supposed to fast from everything. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't have to fast from everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Even if you want to fast, sometimes I want to fast from work, but my bills.
But you know what I'm saying is that a lot of women think if they fasted that they can't do nothing.
No, that ain't what it is.
That's the deal on that.
No, that ain't what it is. You can fast your eyes.
You have to be specific in
It's a specific
right, but a lot of them say when they on a fast that they can't be with their husband. That's what I'm saying. That's what they think.
Well, that's them deep folks.
That's them deep. That's what I'm saying. That's them deep. A lot of them think that. Yeah. A lot of them think that. That's them deep folks.
Okay. And what's going on is what's happening is
I got more.
Hold on. What's happening is people try to make something spiritual that's not.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get you to see, and you just read, is plain and simple. He says, be in mutual consent, pray. Then he says, after you pray, still come back together. Because if he don't agree, if you come back together, maybe after you come back together, he might agree. I took a left turn. I ain't even put on my seat. I'm sorry. It's right there in the text. Huh? Yeah, you can be on one accord. So if you come back together and handle what you need to handle, then maybe he will fast. It might not be that long, but he might. All right. So the last part of that verse says what? I don't have my Bible in front of me.
What?
No, that last part of that verse we just read.
So that Satan so you may devote yourself to prayer, then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control.
All right. So what verse was that?
That's part of 5. You want
All right.
6?
Go ahead. Come on to 6. Here we
I
come
said,
on with it.
he said,
Come on with it now.
I said this
Read it slow.
as
Don't
a
read it too
concession,
fast.
not as a command.
Wait a minute. He says what?
I said this as a concession, not as a command.
So who is he talking to? And who is speaking? He talking, we in 1 Corinthians, so he's talking to the Corinthian church. All right. Paul
He's speaking,
is
yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
All right. So folk need to quit saying what Jesus said when Paul said. See, the reason that I like Paul is because Paul will tell you when he talking and when he says, now, because people are taking to say, well, the Bible say this is a commandment. This Paul writing to the Corinthian church, and this is his suggestion. It ain't written in stone. Yeah, it's in the Bible, but it's coming from Paul. Now, do we worship Paul or do we worship God? All right. So he says, now, I'm giving you these instructions because basically what he's saying is this worked for me. Now, you ain't got to follow it, but I think I'm qualified to lay this out. And so I want you to understand, I don't want you to go back to the church, and I don't want you to tell the church, this is what God said, this is what Jesus said. What is going on is I'm making a suggestion. This is my suggestion to you. If you want to keep your relationship, your marriage, if you want to keep continuity in your relationship, you want to continue make it flow, then if you want to fast, then these are the ways, or these are the things you need to do. Reread that verse again, verse 6. Because watch something, I'm finna throw your curveball.
After prayer, said, then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you.
Okay, yeah, 6.
Oh, we want 6, okay.
Yeah.
I said this as a concession, not as a command.
All right, hold it. Read to us in the King James. What he saying in the King James?
But I speak this by permission and not a commandment.
He says, this me, I got permission from God. I'm speaking this not because I want to speak it, because I got permission. This is what God is telling me to say. It may not be Jesus speaking himself, but I'm just a messenger. Go ahead.
7. I wish that all men were as I.
Watch this.
But each man has his own gift from God. One has this gift, another has that.
All right, read it in the King James Church.
For I would that all men were even as I myself, but every man have his proper gift of God, one after this manner and another after that.
All right, so Paul said, understand, Paul said that I wish everybody be like me. Paul ain't married at this time. All right? He said, I wish every man be like me. Now, let's break down why does he say he wish every man be like me. Look at the scope of your ministry, whatever capacity that you serve in. Who are the most faithful people in your ministry? Is it folk that's married or is it folk that's single? Think about it for you else. Look at the most faithful people in ministry. Are they married or are they single? What y'all say? What y'all looking at? What y'all looking at? If I had a attendance record of the single people and the married people, I guarantee you the single people gonna out-whoop the married people every time. Because married people got too much stuff that can go on. Your spouse can be sick, your children gonna be sick, this, that, and the other, da 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 da. single people, most of them, especially those that don't have children, probably can be involved in more stuff than married people can, because life happens. You get what I'm saying? So Paul says, the reason that he says that because, hey man, I'm single, so, and when I'm single, I'm by myself, so what I'm doing, I'm devoting myself to the work of the ministry, and he says, so I wish everybody could be like me. I wish everybody could have a commitment level to Christ like me. My commitment level to Christ is in such a way that I don't even have desire for nobody. But if you do your history and you do your context on Paul, you will understand that the same Paul was Saul and he was married before. All right? So he says, I wish that everybody be like me. That's the problem that we have with the Catholic Church. They have skipped over that part that Paul said he wished everybody could be like him. But everybody is not like me. Every man has his own gift. So whatever gift God has given to you, you gotta be you. And there are too many people that's trying to be Paul. There's too many people that's trying to be like other people. And that's not how you flow. The whole thing is this. Nobody, hear me, Zion, when I say this. Commitment cannot be taught. It has to be in you. And there are too many people, watch this. The reason that I say the single people, and especially in our church, is because when I look at the scope of the church and when I look at, and I'm looking at, people that's consistent. I mean, it's some people, no matter, if I tell y'all don't come, it's some people that they just gonna come anyway. If I'm doing something, or if I'm preaching, they gonna come. Now that don't mean they love me and all that. That just means that they have devoted their time to the ministry and what we're trying to do. That don't mean, they think I'm all that. It's just that they have devoted their time. Now the problem is what we will do when we talk about commitment and the kind of commitment that Paul is talking about. What we do, we put everything else below God. So God got to be on the back burner. So it's like this. I still don't get this. I mean, it's just me. We start church at 12 o'clock every Sunday on the dot. We still have people coming in here 12:30, 12:45. What you come for? Because by the time you sit down, get heated up, we finna go. You know why? Because their commitment level is not here. Because your commitment level should be here, but if your commitment level down here, what you doing when you come to church late every Sunday, your commitment level down here, and all you doing is checking off a box that you've been to church today. If your commitment level was here, then you will get up when you need to get up. You will fix what you need to fix. Be ready in time if your commitment level is here. But we don't put God up here. We put sports, events, where we got to go, what we got to do, what we got to say. We put this up here. Then if God fits into this, then I'm going to come. Y'all ain't got to say that. It's tight, but it's right. And so I have learned and I have quit getting frustrated with people, and I'm trying to get my board and members that are close to me to not get bent out of shape. When we just blatantly see folk that don't have commitment, because either commitment is in you or it's not. Now, we all committed to a paycheck, right? If the folk don't pay us, we're going to cut up. So we got a commitment to our job, but we don't have a commitment to God, because we're doing a disservice to God because we don't take it seriously. He's not at the top of our list. It's a sad indictment for you to be on time to a job and be late to worship. Y'all ain't got to say nothing. You be mad, I don't care, don't email me, don't text me, because I ain't the one. Not this week. Try me next week. Our commitment is just like that. So we can be on time for a job, or you can be on time for your nail appointment. Or your salon appointment. But you can't get to church to worship God. There's something wrong with that. don't get that. And so Paul is saying, I wish everybody be like me, so y'all can't be like me. I'm me. He says, so let every man got his own gift. Now, there are some people that I know. Don't get me wrong. I don't understand. I don't subscribe to, y'all saying, well, I just get up late and all that kind of stuff. My grandma, my daddy's side had 12 children. 12. I'm talking about, and then my grandmama on my mama's side, but they had 6 plus. They had 12 too then. Yeah. He said, he had 6 down there, 6 up there. All right, so that's 12. Yeah, he had 12. But how can somebody with 12 children like this, because old folk had children every 2 years, step, be on time, and you can't be on time with 2 or 3. But you can be on time for everything else because we don't have God here. And what he's trying to say to us tonight, and what I'm trying to remind us tonight is, maybe the reason stuff ain't going right in your life is because you got God down here. Maybe your relationship will be better with your spouse or your insignificant other if you worked on your relationship with God. Just maybe. All right? So, read on, D. You read all verse 6?
Yeah. I read verse 7 too.
You read verse 7? What verse 7 say?
It's about, I wish that all men were like me.
All right.
Okay. Verse 8, it says, now to the unmarried and the widows, I say.
Wait a minute. I think the King James says, the widow indeed.
I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I.
Okay. So what he's saying is, okay, to the widow. Now let's understand what a widow is. Because a lot of us got this messed up. All right. So if I die tonight, God forbid, Carol is not a widow. All right. I know society has said she's a widow. A widow is somebody that don't have no children. So if I die today or tomorrow, them boys, as far as the Bible is concerned, those boys are to take care of her. All right? So she would not be a widow. She'll just be, well, she'll be a widow according to the Social Security Administration, but not to the word. All right? So I'm going somewhere with that. Go ahead.
Do what I mean?
Yeah.
It is good for them to stay unmarried as I am. But if they cannot control themselves.
Oh, see, here we go right there. You're finna get into something deep.
That's the Old Testament.
Now, this
No, that's the New
Oh, that's the
Testament.
New Testament.
Yeah.
That's new. See that? And a lot of folks don't know. They be like, oh, that's Old Testament. No, you don't know your Bible. Go ahead, read it.
They should marry, for it is better to marry than to burn.
Now, back all that up.
Okay.
Understand in context. Who we talking about? We talking about Paul. We talking about Saul.
Yeah.
He was Saul. His name was changed to Paul. He was married. He followed the Lord. He followed Jesus. Here he is making some suggestions to help the Corinthian church stay committed to God. To stay committed to God. He says now, the widows, y'all, I wish that y'all remain like me. But here again, he says again, back to what he said, everybody don't have the same gift. He said, but if you can't, he says what? It's better to marry than to burn. Now that has been debated. I think the King James said that marry better than burn. What's your Bible say?
Burn with passion.
Mine said better to marry than to burn.
That's just to burn.
Yeah. What you want to say?
Mine got burned with passion.
He got a young and arrested about So he said, so basically Paul says, okay, you ain't gonna be like me. I understand that. I'm making the suggestion. But if you're not gonna be like me, if you single, if your husband, if you're a widow, then it's better for you to marry than to burn because you really can't control yourself. Now let's deal with the burn part. When he says it's better to marry than to burn, is he talking about the burning from passion, or is he talking about the burning in hell? How you know? How you know he's talking about the burning in passion and not burning in hell?
The good news Bible says burn with passion.
The new Bible says burn with passion.
Better to marry than to burn with passion.
Yeah.
All right. Any takers? No takers?
Could it be referring to both? Meaning
What?
like, you know, you're gonna burn in hell with the passion that you was, you know, that you died with. I'm just saying.
That's a good way to put it.
I think it means passion because it means what I feel. So when you have the urge to be, then instead of being with lots of men or many men, it's best to be married.
Okay.
Right?
Or men.
Or men, yeah.
We're gonna get to that part in a minute. We ain't done. We just scratched the surface. Why y'all so tense? Yeah, why y'all?
Quiet, I can't get it.
Huh?
I be trying to be quiet.
Yeah, why y'all supposed to go ahead? You got something to say?
I said I be trying to be good.
Oh, yeah. So why y'all so quiet? So he's making the suggestion that he's a messenger from God. He's writing to the Corinthian church about marriage and their conduct. And so he says it's better to marry than to burn. Still no more takers. I'm going once, going twice. I'm going to go a little further. I'm getting deeper. It ain't going to get no better. I'm telling you. So if you think it's going to get better, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Because he finna deal with some other stuff. It's not that deep. See, and I think here's the thing about the Bible, and I tell people this all the time, and they don't, you got to understand this. You got to ask the Bible questions. It's not a hidden secret. There's not cleft notes for the Bible. What you got to do is ask the Holy Spirit to help you rightly divide the word of truth. Now, I gave you the context and who he was talking to. I gave you the context of who he was writing to. I gave you the context of his life. And I even told you that he was making a suggestion about marriage. All right? This is a suggestion about marriage. He says it's better to marry than to burn. All right? It's better to marry than to burn. Now, there is a sense that he is saying it is better to marry than to burn with he know you got passion if you don't have that gift. Back to what I said earlier. If you're a man, it's naturally for you to be attracted to a woman. If you're a woman, it's naturally for you to be attracted to a man. And I tell men, what we got to understand and what we got to put in context is not about your swag, it's not about how you look, it's not about how you smell, all that don't really matter. You a man. And so if you're a man, a woman is going to be weak for you. That don't mean you all that. When you put that in the context, the woman that you with, you just at the right place at the right time.
You gotta be gentle.
Huh? You 2 lessons back. The older you get, what used to matter 10 years ago won't matter 10 years now. 10 years later. So, cause you get a certain age, you looking for security, companionship. You look for somebody that you can have a conversation with. See, y'all young folks, y'all still want to turn up.
But I still got to look at it.
Well, y'all all right, Clifford. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah, you're right.
But what I'm trying to tell men is, don't think you all that cause you can melt a woman hard. That's just in you. That's just what you do. That's just God. And it ain't got nothing to do with you. God did that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I ain't even finna say that, but dollar bill make you know that. All right, so what verse is that?
That was eight.
That was,
8 and
that
9.
was, that was the ninth verse.
That was the ninth verse? Okay, go ahead, come on. We get a little deep, come on.
All right. To the married, I give this command.
Watch this, man.
Not I, but the Lord.
What? Now, the first 8 verses he said, this me.
Yeah.
This Paul. This my suggestion. But now I done got permission. I done got clear for takeoff. The Lord done put something in my. I'm finna tell y'all something. Verse 8. That's where you at?
I'm at verse 10.
Verse 10. To the what he say to the who?
To the married,
Watch
I
this.
give this command.
Why he saying to the married folk? Why was he specific? He been talking to everybody in general. But why he talking to the married folk? Okay, we're gonna get that. Go ahead. What he say?
A wife must not separate from her husband. But if she does, she must remain unmarried or else be reconciled to her husband. And a husband must not divorce his wife.
Hold on. Then you in the New Testament? Yeah. You in the New Testament? You talking about what Paul said? What?
That's what he said.
He says
A wife must not separate
a wife can't separate
from her husband.
from her husband.
Y'all know just wrote that in there.
Why can't separate them?
Now, when he says a wife cannot separate from the husband, in the Greek and the Hebrew, the word separate is not interpreted as our English word separate. He says a wife shouldn't withhold. Don't separate. Don't withhold. Don't do it.
This say leave.
He says what? What you say?
This will say leave,
Yeah, leave.
right? So what she can't go nowhere?
Not literally. All right. So read on, D. Y'all got wait a minute. Y'all got a question before I move? Y'all, y'all so, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all so happy last week? What? The New Testament that got y'all in y'all 50. Y'all thought that was in Leviticus and Deuteronomy and all, baby. This Paul talking. And then he talking about this from God. Paul talking from God now. Go ahead.
But if she does,
Watch this.
she must remain unmarried or else be reconciled to her husband. And a husband must not divorce his wife.
So what that mean in Greek?
Now, notice that he said, watch this. I keep telling people, the Bible is into grammar. Watch the grammar. Watch the words of the Bible. First, he tells the woman, you can't separate. Then he tells the man, you can't divorce. You can't separate, but you can't divorce. But you can be reconciled, but you can't divorce. Now, understand, what are the grounds for divorce? What are the grounds for divorce? Biblically, I ain't talking about, you know, what y'all sign the paperwork, you reconcile the different here, everybody do that. What are the biblical grounds for divorce?
Ain't adultery and what? Fornication. I know, but I'm just.
Okay. What's the ground for divorce?
Adultery.
And adultery is what?
It's fornication, man.
Is it fornication?
Come to
Y'all crazy. So is that the only grounds for divorce?
No.
It's not? Show it to me in the Bible.
I think that's the ground for divorce is legal.
Somebody said no, so I just
I
thought
believe
I
that's the
skipped
ground you
over
can
it.
divorce folks, you know.
So the only ground
All
for
this-
divorce,
If adultery,
huh?
if adultery, I think.
Hello? Y'all here? Y'all in the room? The only ground for divorce is adultery. We agree?
It's a somebody found it in the Bible, but I think that's it. The only
We agree.
ground is adultery. That's it.
Yeah.
Biblically, that's it.
Biblically, that's the only reason that you can divorce.
Yeah, biblically.
Biblically. We ain't talking about the laws of the land.
Yeah.
We know you got irreconcilable differences
Yeah.
and incompatibility and some other things. All right. So we talking about the Bible. We talking about Paul speaking on behalf of God. What you got? Go ahead, Lee. Go ahead.
I was thinking about that. I said, well, then what about all these other, all this other ground that we have for divorce? How is that going?
That's the law. I mean, that's the laws of the land.
I know laws of the land, but I'm talking about in the eyes of God. If the only ground for divorce is adultery,
Yeah.
then.
But I think underlying.
But he said
But I
obey
think-
the land, the laws of the land.
Yeah, he does say obey the laws of the land, but I think a lot of divorce happens because of that act.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion, the underlying,
Adultery.
the underlying issue that a lot of people divorced on is that if he got a whole nother family across town, you ain't finna, and he got 2 or 3 children, that he ain't her name ain't Mary.
But still, a lot of people, be married for going on 40, 50 years. Then like that, when the children leave or whatever, then they seem like they don't have nothing in common. So they say, well, reconcile the difference, they get a divorce. They don't necessarily be for adultery.
No, not necessarily. That's
what it
true.
seems,
Yeah, that's true. I've seen that. Anybody else? Yeah.
Yeah.
But the biblical
Yeah.
definition of divorce is only thing that you need. Now, understand this. I hear some of y'all think. Now, ain't nobody told you to be no fool. All right? If you in harm's way and the Negro choking you to sleep every night, you don't need to be in there. I mean, some stuff just common sense. I think we try to make, and I hear folks say, the Lord ain't told me to leave yet, but your lip busted. What you waiting on? I mean, he gave you all kind of signs. You need to get out of that. You need to get out of there before they have to tote you out of there. I mean, some things just common sense. All right. So, go ahead on, D.
To the rest, I said yes.
To the rest. Now, he said something to the married folk. He said, married folk, y'all need to stay together. If you can't stay together, I forgot to deal with this part. Then he says, okay, if you can't stay together, when you separate, don't marry no more. That's in the text. It's in the text. He said, when you separate, he says, don't marry no more. You to close your mouth. I'm just saying what the text said.
We ain't got to marry no more.
That's what Paul said.
Okay, well, wonderful.
To the married.
Not at all.
To the married folk. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
So he threw with the married folk. Now he says what to who?
All right. He said, to the rest, I said yes. I'm not the Lord.
See how he said? Now he talked to the Lord with the married folk. Now he get to everybody else. He don't want to talk to the Lord. Come on. Go ahead.
If any brother has a wife who is not a believer, and she is willing to live with him, he must not divorce her. And if a woman has a husband who is not a believer, and he is willing to live with her, she must not divorce him. For the unbeliever husband has been sanctified through his wife. And the unbelieving wife has been sanctified through her believing husband. Otherwise, your children would be unclean, but as it is, they are holy.
Woo, that's rough, done.
Yeah.
What y'all got to say about that? What read the verse by verse? Let's unpack this, cause y'all didn't know, y'all act like y'all got a new Bible, like y'all. Y'all tore up in here, y'all about to see how y'all look, go ahead.
Okay. To the rest I said is, I not the Lord. If any brother has a wife who is not a believer, and she is willing to live with him, he must not divorce her.
Read it in the King James, church.
I have closed my Bible.
Somebody read it in the King James.
We on 12D.
On
Yeah.
10.
12.
That
12.
12. Yeah, to 12.
But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And a woman which hath a husband that believeth not, and he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now they are holy.
So what is he saying?
They say if you got one believer now, then everybody covered.
Right. Right. But back to the other part about you said don't leave and all that. Let's deal with that. He says even if y'all can't get along, if y'all all right can stay under the same roof, he said stay. Did y'all just read that?
Yeah.
Well, why y'all
This is for the unmarried. Like if you're not married, or if you just connect, y'all just together. That's what he's saying.
He says unmarried. He says to everybody else, right?
Yeah.
So, Mother and them always had somebody that wasn't granddaddy. Mr. Chandler, whoever he was. Wasn't no kid to y'all. Wasn't no kid to y'all. He wasn't no kid. But y'all called him Mr. Whoever. Y'all know him, right? Why y'all? I'm showing y'all. See, y'all didn't think it was in there. I know it's a shocker because let me tell you something. When I first stepped, I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I had to go to my professor. I'm like, dude, what is this? Jeff is saying what it's saying. I'm like, dude, it can't. Yes, it is. It ain't that deep. He says, I like you. He says, I'm speaking. Then he says the Lord speaking. Now he said, this is his suggestion. I think the thing that happens is the reason I want to slow down and I want to show you when he was speaking and when God was speaking is that some people will take this scripture and they will mess it up. And they will say, well, the Bible say this. But in what context does it say it? The Bible say I can share. No, it don't. The Bible don't say that. In what context? And so you got to be careful that you are rightly dividing and not listening to folks that's twisting it. Now, somebody that wasn't, I mean, you can take this and you can twist it in such a way that you want to twist it. Like, if somebody read that and they actually believe, okay, it's all right for us to stay together. You know, we cool. Bible said, you know, you sanctify me. I ain't going to church, but you going on. I'm serious. Go ahead, D. No, you got people that think that. Yeah.
I think what he trying to get everybody to understand is that when you marry somebody, when problems come up, that don't mean for you to just jump up and leave. It's there for you to be together and kind of work things out. You know, you have to. Marriage is something you have to work on. I mean, you're gonna have problems. It's not gonna be perfect. And what he's saying is that instead of just jumping up and running, it's like a lot of them, you'll jump up and run, stay 2 weeks and come back. The problem's still there. The problem's still there. It's don't jump up and run and work it out. Well, you know, some what go 2 weeks and stay and come back, you know, and then go home to mom and all this stuff, you know, and then come back. But the problem is still there. It haven't left.
Yeah.
You know, stay there and work it out.
I agree.
That's what he's trying to get everybody. You to say, don't jump and get a divorce. Well, work on your marriage. Work it out. if you thought enough of him to marry him, then hey, you all think enough of him to stay with him.
It ain't always the case. Because people get married, deep what you gotta understand is, people get married for many different reasons.
I agree.
I know somebody that got married because it was it was in a house with a bunch of children. Older lady, old enough to be my mama, told me straight out, the person she married them to get out the house. That's why she did.
See, what I think he's talking to those people that married because they love and committed to each other.
Yeah. So
if you're not committed
so
to
here's
the
the
person
thing.
you married,
So
then hey.
So here's the thing. So everybody that's married, we cannot assume. And this is my preference and my stand when people say the Bible says if you married you shouldn't, if you divorce you shouldn't marry again. The Bible does not specifically say that, but the Bible does say what God has joined together. And the thing that we miss is that everybody we join ourselves to, God didn't have nothing to do with it. We joined ourselves to folk because of our flesh. We ain't talk to God about it. So when things don't work out, and I tell couples that all the time, if God ain't in it, it ain't gonna last. All right? And so the reason that we have, especially in the Christian community, the reason that our divorce rate is sky high is because, number one, black folks need to learn how to get premarital counseling. You need to understand what you're getting into. You need to check history. Check to see if they got some ex-murderers in they. You gotta check. You gotta check because what's happening, people have generational curses and stuff starts showing up and you be like, what's going on? Then you find out two, 3 cousins removed, somebody went to prison for shanking somebody. Then you say, oh Lord, that showed up in my child. I tell people you gotta be careful what you name your children. That's right. You gotta be careful because all of that is important. It defines who the person is. And so what happens is we're ignorant to the fact that we need God in our relationship because we so in love and this person make us feel like that. But just because this person make you feel like that don't mean that's the person that God has you with. And there are too many people, and I want to say to those of you especially that are single and those of you that are dating or whatever y'all doing, is that you got to be careful of listening to people trying to make you stay in stuff that's unhealthy for you. You don't stay in a relationship because you got 10 years invested. Hell, I'd rather have 1 year invested than have my sanity. And there are too many people that saying, oh, well, we've been together 10 years. Well, you want to get married? Yeah. You ain't talking to God about it. Y'all ain't with nobody counseling. And when I say counseling, I ain't talking about talking to auntie. I'm talking about professional folk. And I ain't talking about no Christian counsel. See, that's what we mess up too. Let me tell y'all. I'm a pastor. I'm a preacher. I got a degree. I got a master's. I got a doctorate. I got counseling degree. But I want to tell you, when it comes to marriage, you don't need to go to no Christian counselor. You need to go to a counselor. Somebody that's going to give you some practical stuff. Because what happens is, we try to hide everything on the spirit. Well, honey, my husband ain't don't just pray about it, child. No. The nigga crazy. I mean, he flips out. I mean, you can't pray that out. I mean, you got to deal with it. He might need some medication. Or she may be schizophrenic. Negro, she waking up in a rage. Somebody needs some medication. Y'all need some ADHD medication. You got to do something. And so what we do, we try to put everything on the spiritual, and it ain't that. We got unresolved stuff that we just don't want to deal with. And I keep telling people, we're only products of our childhood. And can I tell you something? We messed up. Yes. We come from some messed up situations. And you don't find out that you done messed up until you get with somebody and you be like, we did this. They be like, what? Y'all did what? Oh no, we ain't do that. You dealing with folk that came from houses that folk took stitching cars and beat them. I'm serious. And that was acceptable. You had to go around. I mean, so if you think that's acceptable, then when you get your children, you start to grab the stitching cars until somebody tell you, fool, we gonna go to jail. You can't do that. But it's spiritual. We just gotta pray about it. It's gonna be all right. You know, it's gonna just pray. No. You gotta be real. You gotta be real. And the hardest thing, and I'm with thee, the hardest thing, out of all the degrees, out of all the tests, all the certifications that I have as a chaplain, the hardest thing in my life is to stay married. Now, does that mean that my marriage is terrible? No, it does not. But what I'm trying to tell you is, marriage is so funny because time you think stuff straight, you got it set just like it needs to be set. Then Negro come out a new bed, thought I knew you. No, you don't. Craziness can lie dormant. And it'll just show up 20 years later. You be like, wait, hold on. They turned into the Matrix on me. So, I mean, and it's hard. And so, and back to what Deep was saying, and I see older couples, the reason that it's harder on older couples, the people stay together, 40, 50 years, and I keep telling y'all don't want to hear me, but if all you got in compatibility is physical stuff, after that ain't rocking, and after stuff get cold that was hot, y'all ain't gonna be together. Y'all, man. So it's serious. And what I'm trying to get y'all to see in this dating, in this marriage, is serious business. And we need to quit playing with folk. If you don't mean folk no good, leave folk alone. I mean, y'all guys, some of y'all guys, y'all dating, y'all got 4 and 5 girlfriends, y'all fooling all. Sir, if you ain't serious, let this woman go on. You don't take no woman off the shelf. She on the shelf. She on display for somebody. She trying to find somebody. You took off the shelf and lied and said you gonna marry. You ain't gonna marry. That's just for you to take her off the shelf. Be serious. If you don't want to be in no committed relationship, just be straight up. Just tell the truth. Listen, I got about 2 or 3 other folks that I see, but then men, you gotta understand that if she tell you that, don't be getting salty. Cause we can't take nothing. It'll kill our heart. And that's why I say, and people get upset when I say, the relationship really does not start officially until he asks you to marry him. That's when it really starts. And so we teach people how to treat us. We don't know how to date because we seen it done one way. Because if somebody see us with somebody, in their mind, we are intimate with them. Because that's how you date. But everybody don't date like you date. Everybody you date, you don't sleep with. But some folk, everybody they date, they do. I'm just, y'all.
That's true.
That's true.
So that ain't dating. That's having a relationship with benefit. Let me give y'all these points so y'all go home and talk about it. I'm telling you. Social media messing us up. I'm telling you. Got y'all looking y'all feelings. How many likes you got because of what you said. Somebody gonna like something you say anything. They somebody just gonna like it.
Yep.
That don't mean it makes sense because they like it.
That's right.
All right. Number 1, stop looking for the one. Stop looking for the one. Marriage is not a divine lottery where every person has one winning ticket. That will make God a gambler. And the Bible clearly says gamblers is from the devil. I'm only joking. It didn't say that. Marriage isn't as much about finding someone compatible as it is about committing to someone. Back to what Deke said, despite your difficulties and your differences, it's about committing to someone. The one says you need to find the perfect person, and discovering a flaw means it's time to move on. Understand, you ain't gonna find nobody perfect because you ain't perfect. So why you want somebody else to be perfect when you're not perfect? You got imperfections, you got stuff that you done did in the past that you ain't proud of, and just like the person that you with, that don't make you better than them.